Hey guys, we're here with a 3.5 ton 5-zone HYPERHEAT. This unit is on a large cabin in Groveland, California. All 5 zones right now are calling. The unit is in its highest setting, so that's as loud as it gets. The customer is doing some paint work with the track there, and I'll show you on the other side why that's painted gray. We did hang this unit to keep it out of the snow because it is in a very cold area down in a ravine with a stream and lake down on the bottom, so I'm sure it gets pretty chilly down here. So let's go take a look at the inside, the other side where the track is. We'll turn down 4 of the zones so there's just one calling, and we'll come back out and see how loud it is. All right, hold on. All right guys, so we are upstairs here, and so there's 2. Let me just take out a flashlight, it's kind of a little dark. So there's one zone here, and that covers this room here. It's just a small room. We located it so that it will blow straight down through the hallway and go a little bit out here. They're not very concerned about the heat out there, so let me turn this off, or the cooling I should say. So we didn't put a zone out here in this sitting area. And here is our second zone. Here covers this little room here. It's just got a couple little beds in it. And I'll turn this one off. Okay, so now the cabin comes out, opens up. Now those 2 rooms there were 6,000 BTUs each. That's the smallest we could put in. And this is a pretty good open space out here. And as you can see from the upstairs, now there's the 24K. So this one basically takes care of the living room and the kitchen. And we'll come back and take a look at this one. So back here we have a zone for the bedroom here. Now this zone here is actually the FH model. So this model has dual louvers, and it also has a few other functions that the other regular one does not have. So this one has, let me get this open for you guys. It has all your settings for if you want to program it. It also has like a natural flow, which will essentially make it feel like you're in the real wind. It has a powerful mode, and then it also has vane control. So you could change the vane control on this one right here. Let's see if I can get both of these in the camera at the same time. So you see the vane moving there? So you could control one vane, oops, if we'll just focus on both, or the other. Now it also has wide vane. So this right here on the remote, you'll see here, if I could just get it to focus. So you can make it blow to one side, sort of in the middle, sort of on the other side, and then that way. Or you could have it go both. So that means internally, it's going back and forth like this. So the room is getting a total fan. Now you can also do the same with these ones, where you change it to that. And now that setting is just going to make it go up and down automatically. Should anyway. I think it just takes a second. Of course, it wants to act up whenever I want to show you. Oh, there it goes. So up and down nice and slow. Okay. Then you could do that on both sides if you want. Well, this one right here is pretty cool in terms of the controls that you have through the thermostat. So we'll kick this one off. This one also has an IC function. And the IC is actually this little guy right here. And what it does is it simply monitors the room and it looks for the coldest area in the room, and then it'll direct warm air there, or vice versa in the summertime. Let me take you downstairs. Okay guys, so now we're going to drop down here. This is going to be our 5th zone down here. And this is just like a little game room. Nice little setup, and we tuck the zone away right there. Nice and discreet, and it actually is nice because it pops right into the crawl space underneath there. And this one right here is like the other 4 zones in this house. It just has a regular thermostat. So this thermostat does not have programming like the other one. And it does not have the vane control side to side. It just has vane control up and down. Okay, so this one here is I like this one though because this one is simpler and it has better airflow. So you get about 100 more CFM out of these ones as opposed to the FH models. FH models are great for short throw areas like rooms, but when you get a big room, I like the GLs, which is what these are, because the GLs have better throw. Okay, so we're going to crank this one off. Now, we'll go ahead and take a look because this is a HYPERHEAT, so it has what's called a branch box. And the branch box essentially is what gives you all your zones. Typically, normal systems, all the zones come from the outdoor unit until you get to 4 tons. HYPERHEATs, at 3 ton, you go to a branch box. So this is the crawl space. The unit is actually over there. Here's your refrigerant lines, they come up, and this is your branch box. And as you can see, you got 1 zone comes in into the branch box, and then 5 zones come out. And we got 3 that run down there and go out that side, and 2 they go over here. 1 pops out the wall over there, and then 1 is right up here on this wall. All right, let's take a look outside. Okay guys, real quick before we go outside, so this is the unit's normal operation. 2 lights up here indicate we are 4 degrees, in this case in heating, it's 4 degrees colder than the set point, which we currently have at 83. So let's drop it down to something realistic like 75, 76. And then our fan speed is in auto, we're in heating mode. So that is your normal noise for the wall-mounted unit when it has a little bit of a difference in temperature. As it gets closer to the temperature, it's going to slow down quite a bit. And the other thing too that I should mention is that, oops, let me get my finger out of the way there. This thing also has a sleep mode. So if we could get some light on this. Oh, I take that back. The 24K does not. It's too big. It knows probably that you're not going to be sleeping in the living room, or you're not supposed to be anyway. So let's look at, let me show you a different one. Hold on. All right, guys. So this one right here now is set with a fan speed onto, let's see if we can get that focused. It's those 4 bars right there that you can't quite get in focus. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, if I change the fan speed, now can you hear that? And we'll change this fan speed. So we're going to go auto, which will slow it down. It's going to do its own work. And then there is the quiet mode. Now, the unit's still running. I can feel it. It's blowing on me well. But you could barely hear it. So that mode, as you can see, has a little face of a guy, an ear, I guess, with his hand over it. And that mode is for sleeping. All right, let's turn this one off. And let's go outside. All right, guys, so here is the other side of the house. So this house, when I first looked at it, I thought, wow, we're going to have some problems. Because as you can see, the electrical comes in right there. Comes down, and it goes right across the entire crawl space to the panel. So the crawl space is basically right there where your little vent is. That's pretty much where it starts, right down here. So that's like totally in our way. So what we did was we ended up just cutting the track and running the refrigerant line underneath so that we can get around that electrical. So let's take a look. Now the customers went in and they have painted the track, which really helps it hide a little bit. Now the color's a little off from the house, but it's still pretty well hidden. I mean, unless it's in the front of your house, you know, this is on the side. So if you look, you know, the road's way up there, and they got one neighbor here. And then there is a zone that comes out, and this is why that other side is painted gray. So you see the wall penetration there is painted like a silverish color. It's because he's laying all this brick, and he actually went in and formed the brick around the track, which just is super cool. It's the first time we've had a customer do that. But see, even here we had to sneak in behind the electrical, which was a pain in the butt. But we made it work, and now the customer is actually building on what we did, and it came out phenomenal. I love the way this house came out. The only thing I probably would have did different, which is hindsight, but I probably would have pulled the electrical instead of coming out here. I wish my guys would have came out 90'd and went up and dove into the track and then went out. Just because the eye doesn't really like to see that offset line. A line going straight up would have been a lot prettier. Now we did have it strapped against the wall. The customer's putting rock up there, so he had to unstrap it. But kudos to the rock job. It looks pretty damn good too, I would say. I might have him come do my house. Definitely a beautiful install here on a pretty big house that there was just no way. There's no room on some of these cabins to put in ductwork. There's just nothing you could do other than compromise lots of closet space or put in some type of wall heaters or something like that. So that's all. Thanks for watching.